What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another subscriber requested course today for you guys. Just doing a little bit of a twist on it, however. So today we are playing Harbor Links golf course or golf club. It says it was at this is at the Sagamore, I think it is, resort. We're in Liberty, Indiana. This is courtesy of Mark Stevens, so shout out to you for the request and recommendation. He was saying that this is another Pete Dye course. He's requested one or two of those before, and it's on Brookville, I think it is, lake. So should be some pretty cool holes if it's on the lake, and it's at a resort, so I'm assuming it's really nice. And I was thinking, since Pete Dye is one of the most famous, if not the most famous course designer, I figured since Mark requested this one, this is the second one I think he said, I'm going to do a Pete Dye series. So this is going to be the first video of the Pete Dye series, everything that he's either designed or been a part of. After this one, I found a list that just goes in alphabetical order by state. So the next few Pete Dye courses that you'll see are going to be from Arizona, basically, in just alphabetical order through the states. And we'll go from there. Just another little series, another list that I found that I can keep trying different courses. So I'm gonna get started. We got the Garmin Approach R10 behind me, my stance mat, Country Club Elite mat, 10x7 nets, Home Tee Hero, and still sticking with the Callaway super fast balls. I was actually just at Walmart before I came out here to play this, and I was looking to buy a case of them. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure, these, like I've mentioned, are the neon balls. These are super fast. I also have a super soft over there that's orange. This has, I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. I'm sure you've probably seen some on course. Maybe you found one or play them. They're the matte finish, but they're almost like sticky on the outside. And the ones at Walmart were basically a harder, more shiny matte finish. So I'm not sure if this was maybe like a 2020, 2021 ball and they changed the outer layer of them slightly, or if once you hit them or maybe leave them out in the rain or something, maybe the kind of the more hard, firmer finish starts to wear away and it becomes more sticky like this. So I'm gonna have to do some more research. I'd appreciate it if you guys play those or are familiar with them, you let me know. I like these with the more sticky finish. It feels like it's better with the spin, and the Garmin R10 seems to like it with the spin numbers. So if I can, I'd like to buy some of those, but I don't really want to buy just the regular kind of the matte balls with just the regular finish on them. I like these kind of somewhat sticky. I don't even know, that's probably not even the right word to describe it, but that's the best way. Sticky, almost tacky finish on them. But either way, we're gonna get started. Only hit some 9-irons before. First hole, this is from the back tees like always, so who knows with these Pete Dye courses. I think those are relatively nice courses, so it could be kind of challenging, especially from these back tees. But first hole, par 4, 389, hitting up 5 yards. We're gonna aim right about there. First driver swing. Started right. I don't know if that's going to come back a whole lot. Yeah, it's staying right, but it's out there. The other thing I was thinking too, the leaves here in New England are starting to change, as you can see by all the extra leaves. I don't know if this orange ball has the leaves, or this red ball, and I have an orange one and a yellow one, if those are going to remain to be good with the R10 wise, with the background of possibly changing leaf colors, but I guess we'll have to see. Second shot, 135 up 4, so we got 139, and then 10% on top of that, we'll call that another 14. So we're looking at around 155 or so. I'm gonna go 9-iron. That was straight, but that was super thin. That's probably gonna be off the back of the green. All right, 23 yards left, down 1. So it's gonna roll out just a little bit when it hits. So we're at 22, plus we'll call another 2 or 3 because we're in the rough. So we're looking right around 25 yards or so. We're gonna go 60. man, I thinned that one as well. Hopefully that stays on the green. Nope. Rough start. Might be a +3 on top of it. It is. Oh man. Double bogey to start. Not ideal. Second hole, par 4. Gonna aim right about there. 313s, it's not super far. We're not gonna be able to get it there, but could get close if we turn this over to the left. I was gonna say too, today, just in my warm-up swings and when I was stretching and whatnot, I want to focus on just slightly slowing down my backswing. I feel like sometimes I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I just get super quick with the backswing and the transition. So I want to focus on slowing that down and then still again staying down and basically over the ball as I'm coming through with impact. And that first hole with those 2 really thin shots, not exactly what we were looking for, but that's definitely going to go left. That was more off the heel. It wasn't horrendous, but .293, we'll take that. That one felt quicker, but it wasn't as smooth of a swing. 38 yards left, and we're in the rough. So we're looking, we'll call that another 4. We're at 42. I'm going to go 52 degree. Came out a little low. That should be decent. No, that was misread. That was certainly further than 22 yards. 16 yards left. Going 60 degree. That was low again, but that'll be on the green. It's kind of frustrating. I'm kind of glad. I was looking at, I was pretty close to pulling the trigger on some of these balls online, on Amazon, Callaway, like Dick's Sporting Goods. There's a few, Golf Galaxy, there's a few places that had these super fast balls and also the super soft. And it looked like the ones, exactly the ones that I'm playing, but I'm kind of glad I didn't buy them. And I actually went to Walmart to see that either, again, like I said, either they changed them from year to year, so maybe this is a slightly older ball and they changed the outer layer on them, or as you use them and wear them down more, maybe they get to this point, which I don't know, I'll have to experiment, but a little bit frustrating. You try to go, you find something that you like playing with, and then you don't even really know. You have the brand, the model, and you somewhat know what you're looking for, but can't seem to find them so far. Alright. So I guess we got a par on that. I wasn't even looking. We had a double bogey on the first one, so third hole, par 4. We're going to aim up here. I'm hoping they didn't change the design of the balls, so that means I'm going to have to find some like used ones, people that, some of those, you see a bunch of those guys, they're like B-grade balls that they find and then they kind of clean up and sell again. I might have to, if that's the case, I might have to buy some of those if I can't just buy a new case of these. That was hit better, but it was pushed right again. Get this figured out here eventually. Alright, 114 left, down 1. So we're looking at 113, plus we'll call it another 12. So 123, 125. I'm gonna go pitching wedge. popped it up towards the left. Hopefully it's enough and comes back just a little. Not the best shot, but we're on the green. That should be a par. Alright, fourth hole, par 5. See if we can straighten this driver out. Swinging it at least decent, but kind of all over the place left and right. Ideally, I'm going to try to do on this one, and most of them, get a good launch on it, start it a little bit right on the net, and then have some left draw side spin on it to bring it back. Should be a little bit straighter. That started more towards the middle of the net than I would have liked it, so might overcook a little left. .302 there. Not sure what the slope was. I'm assuming we were hitting down a little bit, but anything close to or over 300 yards we will take all day long, even if it's not exactly straight. So 215 left. We're in the fairway, so no reduction. And we're down 7, so I think I'm going to go 4-iron. Usually on course I play this to about 210, 215 with a good strike, so and that was not a good strike. That was thin and right. I pulled up on it. It's funny sometimes with golf, you have in the back of your mind what you're trying to do, and you're making every effort to do it, but sometimes still, even though you're trying real hard to do something, like for me, for example, trying to stay down and through the ball, then have that in the back of my head and trying to do it, and even you just do it, get out of habit, pull up on it, and something like that happens. It wasn't horrendous, but alright, 18 yards, up 2, so this is going to die a little bit when it hits, so we're at 20, and we'll call it another 2, so we're at 22. See if I can redeem myself with the 60 degree. That was a little bit better. Might be a tad short. +1. Grab some Gatorade, make sure this camera's still going. Alright. No par 3s yet. 5th hole, par 5. 488. Must have been a bird on that one, I'm assuming. We're +1 now. So we're going to aim. Let's see if we can get another good swing on the driver. Right there. It's aiming us. I have it aimed 302, but that's going to play down 9 yards. So that's going to play about 293. So if we hit one, about 293 or so, should put us over 300 yards. If we hit one 300, it'll put us closer to 310. That was lower on the club face. It's going to be relatively straight, but that was launched low. The rough kind of killed it too. Alright. 225 left. Down. It's aiming us, I guess, just 1 yard short of the pin. So, call it 225, down 5, so we're at 220. but we're in the rough, so that's going to add another good 22 yards on top of that. So we're looking at 240-ish. So I'm going to hit 4 hybrid. Doesn't look like there's any water. There's water on the left or the far right. That might be the next hole, but nothing that I can see on this hole that will get us into trouble if I miss-hit one. It's the kind of give and the take sometimes with these hybrids. If you get it to go straight, you can get it up there, but if you don't hit one super straight, you're potentially putting yourself way further into trouble than doing more of a layup type shot with a with an iron. Oh, like that. Low off the heel and left. That's horrendous. And even that, again, staying through it wasn't an issue on that one, but even that one, I felt like I tried to stay slow through the backswing and transition. I just felt myself getting quick through it. 55 yards, down 1, so 54, plus we'll call it another 5. So right around 59, 60 yards or so. Gonna go 52. There's a chance with this type of shot it goes up and over the net. Too much, man. Gonna get my usually you don't see this too often, ball retriever out here in the backyard. That one didn't go, well, I guess it did go over, but it hit the top of the net and just kind of trickled off the back of the net. We got it though. So 18 yards left, up 1, 19, plus we'll call it another 2, so we need 21, 22 yards or so. Gonna go 60 degree. Shouldn't be too bad. I could have just left this ball back there and used the super soft, but I don't love, if I don't have to, I don't love switching between, even though they're both Callaways and they're both relatively similar balls, I don't like switching between different type of ball models and the way they feel and perform off the club if I don't have to. 6th hole, par 3, 214. So I'm gonna go, that's kind of a weird number for me, that I'm gonna tee up a 4 iron. 214, that's like, if I hit this 4 iron good, I'll get it there, but that's also kind of in between. I could just do a 5 hybrid off the deck, which I usually try to play to 220, 230, but if I don't hit it 100% pure, which I usually don't, it might get closer. And I'm seeing water, so I'm gonna aim just a little bit left on the green. It was hit decent. It started right. I think that might be a tad short still. Oh, not much. I'll take that. 220. I think that tee actually flew back. I heard it hit. I think it flew back and hit the front of the R10. Alright, 7th hole, par 4, 380. Got water on both sides. So, I gotta keep this one straight here. I wasn't too sure about this stance mat for 20 bucks on Amazon. I had to zip tie it like I mentioned a few videos ago. I have them zip tied together because they don't really stay together super well. But I mean, for 20 bucks, I was unsure about it at first. I know it doesn't look quite as good out here on video, but it does work pretty well. That was right. It might be in the stream. Yep. That sucks. Well, that's a loss of a stroke. 166 up one, we're at 167, plus we'll call it another 17. So 177. About 185 or so. I'm gonna go 7 iron. 185, it's right between a stronger 7, soft 6. That wasn't terrible, but it was thin and left. Bogey, unfortunately, because we put that first one in the water. Alright, par 3, 8th hole. 167 up 8. So we're looking at 175, which is right between 8 iron and 7 iron. I've hit a few thin so far, so I'm going to go 8 iron, see what happens. And that was also thin. Relatively straight, started left. Wow, we got oh man, it hit that tree too and it still went through. That was hit real thin. I thought we were gonna get lucky if it hit that tree and landed on the green. Not swinging down enough. 19 yards, down 1. It's gonna roll out just a tad, and then we'll call it another 2 yards for the rough, so 20 yards or so. It's gonna be left, that might be a tad long. Another bogey. Messing up the scorecard here to finish off this front 9. Assuming this is an 18-hole course. I could be wrong, but I would imagine if Pete Dye is designing these, I would imagine almost all of them, if not all of them, are 18-hole courses. Alright, 9th hole, par 4. We're gonna aim right there. We're hitting down 9 yards, so should help a little bit. That was a little bit better. It might draw a little more left than I would like, but that's relatively straight. Still a little low on the club face, but .290 will take that. closer to 280, I guess, without the slope. All right, 135 down 1, so this should be just a nice smooth stock pitching wedge. If I don't skull it 40 yards off the green. That's probably gonna be short left. Popped it up to the left. Is it gonna get there? Oof. +2. Luckily bounced out of that greenside bunker for a par. Camera's still going, which is always good. Got some Gatorade before this back nine. Alright, +3 unfortunately through 9. Nice straight par 5 though to start off the back 9, so see if we can get another decent drive. Launch it just a tad higher, but keep that straight. It's crazy how just a little bit of a change can affect your swing. So I know for a while I had probably like a couple week period where I was popping everything up, even a few that I popped up over the net with the driver. I was just hitting up on it too much. Then I tried to like level out my shoulders a little bit more, but now I feel like they're coming out a little too low. Definitely better than where we were, so I'll take this over popping it up and over the net. But if I can, I would like to swing up on it just a little bit more and get a tad more distance out of it. That should be better. It wasn't as quick, but there was a better launch on it. Rough killed it, but alright, 203 up 2, so we're at 205 plus at least another 21 yards, or even 22 because we're in the rough. So I'm gonna go 5 hybrid, looking for something. This green looks like it's sloping pretty hard left to right, so I'm gonna aim just a tad left. Need something about 220 here. Pushed it right and caught it a tad heavy. Looks like it's coming back a little bit. It's not going to quite get there. $14 yards left, up 1. Plus we'll call it another 1.5, 2. Need about 17 yards. Gonna be long right. Alright, here comes Lake Brookville. Gonna go up and over the lake, and then it looks like we're gonna have to go over it again for the second shot, which is a little tricky here. So we're gonna aim right about there. That should give us, maybe even this way, give us a little bit of room to the right, and then still some room on the left. I was a little off the toe and a little higher on the club face, but I mean 290 for not 100% strike, we'll take that. 70 yards left, up one. No reduction because we finally caught a fairway, so we're gonna go about 75% or so on this 52. Didn't put enough on it, but it's there. Just looking at that 52, it caught my eye. It looks like it almost, the hosel got bent a little bit or something. Looks a little funny looking at it compared to what I'm used to seeing when I look down at the ball. Alright, 12th hole, par 4. This is a little narrow here. So we're going to start it right here along those trees on the left and hopefully turn it over. Cut that corner just a tad. Get ourselves set up nicely in the fairway. Luckily, they didn't give us a stroke. That's definitely left. Get over the trees. Get over the trees. Go through. Not quite. Now we're in trouble. So, we kind of have to go here. I don't have much of a choice. The only real thing I could do is just do like a 10-15 yard punch shot, I guess, over here. That might be the smarter play, or not, I guess a little more than that, 45 yards, but there is a little bit of room. I could go that way. I'm going to try to do that, right through a little bit of a gap. I'm going to go pitching wedge, open it up just a little bit. Or just hit it extremely thin and left. Well, we gotta do that again, but we're right under this tree, so I don't know. I don't know if I can hit a full shot. It might catch this branch. I guess at this point, I'm gonna go full pitching wedge, we'll see. Sometimes with those trees it's tough to tell if I'm directly under it. If I get it started just a little bit lower than usual, it'll get out from underneath that tree and be able to get up, but if I get this started too high, it might catch this tree. First one thin, second one super fat. .26 yards, up one, so we need right around 30. I'm gonna go 56 degree. Pushed it right. definitely a misread. I went further than 18 yards, but double bogey, gotta love it. 13th hole, par 3. We're now up to 5 over. 210, up 1, so we need 211. Gonna go 4 iron off the deck. Or, you know what? I'm gonna go slightly teed up 5 iron. That should give us a little more distance out of it. My consistency is a little bit better, or I guess a good amount better between my 5 and the 4. Pulled it left. And I swayed on that one. $28 yards, up 1. Plus we'll call another 3, so we need 33 yards. Going 56. What is going on today? 8 yards? $20 yards, up 1. We need like 23, 24. Going 60 degree this time. Maybe the R10 doesn't like my 56 today. Alright, we'll take that. I wonder if, I've had the thought before, if, you can't tell here on the R10, but I wonder if, depending on where the course is and basically how the rough is, if you're not able to tell here, but it takes into account if it knows that this course has particularly long and thick rough. Maybe that's why something like that, where I felt like I hit probably a 25, 30 yard shot with that 56 before, came out and only went 8 yards. Maybe it takes that into account, I'm not sure, or it was just a misread. Either way, that definitely wasn't an 8 yard shot, but alright, scorecard's getting ugly. 14th hole, par 4, need a birdie here. Got a bunch of water on the right, so we're gonna aim right about there. Take out a little frustration on this driver swing. Popped it up off the toe. Alright, 75 yards, down once, we're at 74, plus we'll call it another 7-8 yards on top of that, so need like 82-ish. I'll try the 52. I was debating going soft pitching wedge, but kind of need to get this up and over that lake. There's a little left. I should get there. Alright, we'll take the par, I guess, after those last couple holes. 15th, par 5. Mark was saying that he hasn't had the chance to play this course yet, but I'd assume Pete Dye, it's probably a pretty nice course. He was the one, if you guys recall, the Brickyard Crossing course near the Indianapolis Speedway. He requested that one. He's played that one a few times, which is pretty cool to play in real life. I would like to, hopefully in the future, be able to travel a little bit more strictly for golf and be able to play around some of the nicer kind of landmark courses across the US. That'd be pretty cool. But until then, we've got R10 famous courses. There we go. That was better. That one felt good off the club face. Alright, 239 left, up 4. I'm going to go 4 hybrid. See if I can get my 240 number out of it. Caught it heavy. Started left. Got close, I guess. It's about pin high, just pulled it. 20 yards left. Up 2. So we're at 22, plus we'll call it another 3, so we need 25 yards. It's kind of right between the 56 and the 60. For whatever reason, had a few misreads with 56. I'm going 60. Off the toe. Luckily, for the most part, the R10 is relatively forgiving around the green because there's no putting. I think they're a little more forgiving with the chip shots. That one was probably further right than, it was definitely further right than it showed. 182, 16th hole, par 3, 182 down 9. So we're at 173. I'm gonna go 8 iron. See if we can stick a green here for once. Heavy and left. Might be standing a tad too close to it. Feels like I'm kind of coming over the top a little bit to make contact. Plus 3. Man. Alright, par 4, 17th, 269, right over the water. So, we're already at 7 over. We're not protecting a scorecard here, so we're going for it. I don't care if I blast this. What did I say? 269, so basically 270. I don't care if I blast this 30 yards over if I hit this one 300. I'm going for it, and I'm going at the pin. If I miss hit one, actually, might actually come a little close, but we'll see. Should be relatively straight. It's probably going to be over it, but hole like that, I mean, I'd rather be over it and have a, I'm basically gonna hit a 56 now going back the other way versus like second guessing. I'm not very confident with my 3-wood. I probably could have hit 3-wood and teed up there, but I'd rather just clear the water completely, know I'm over it, and then come back a little bit versus trying to play it perfectly towards the green. Same would go for real life. It's too much fun trying to drive makeable greens. They don't come up that often. Wedge shots are terrible today. That was again generous by the R10. That was, I hit behind it, I sculled it, and it came out right. Somehow it put us near the pin. Like I mentioned, you never know sometimes what you're going to get when you come out here. Of course, everything I try to keep as much constant and the same as possible back here with the setup in between rounds, but every time you come out, the R10's in a slightly different place with a slightly different angle left and right, and who knows with the leaves and everything else going on, the weather, every little thing can affect it. All that to say, sometimes, more so than other days, you get a little wonkiness in the readings. Other times you come out and almost every single shot is spot on what you thought happened. Sometimes to your benefit, sometimes to your detriment score-wise. That was hit better again. I don't know if we'll catch the fairway, but it was hit decent to finish it off for the last driver swing. All right, 184 left, up 2, so we're at 186, plus we'll call it 19, basically 20 yards, so 206. Gonna go 4-iron. Came out low. Straight, but it was probably headed left. We got it there though. It wasn't the best swing, but as I always say, better to be lucky than good. Grab some Gatorade before we do this recap with a not so hot score. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, from Harbor Links Golf Course Country Club, Golf Club, whatever it is, at Sagamore Resort. This is in Liberty, Indiana, a Pete Dye course on the Brookville Lake. Again, courtesy of Mark Stevens. I appreciate you for the giving me the request. We ended up with a plus 779, so luckily we kept it in the 70s. Definitely wasn't the best golf here today, but kind of is what it is. We went 39 on the front and then fell apart a little bit on the back. Double bogey to start off was tough. One birdie, which was on the front. Another double bogey on the back. The rest were bogeys and pars, but only 4 out of 14 fairways. We actually hit driver, hit a few good drives, but they were not down the middle. We got some good distance on a few of them, but we didn't catch the fairway, so that number is low. We want to be at least 7. Greens and regulation will actually take that. That's right at 50%, so ideally, like you've heard me say, I want to be 75% for fairways and then greens and regulation, but at least 50% to start. And then putts were a little bit high. The wedges, not a whole lot of feel and touch on the wedges today, unfortunately. So that's getting close to 2 putts a hole. Would like to be 1.5 there, and then ideally get closer to just 1 putt, which is, I mean, that's a pretty high goal, 1 putt across 18 holes, which would be obviously 18 putts, but that's the goal, so that's what we're trying to work towards. But not too bad. was kind of going through it there for a little bit. Some of those holes I was getting kind of frustrated, but pulled out a halfway decent score for the first official Pete Dye course of the series. I haven't decided yet if I've already played one, for example, like the Brickyard Crossing video. If I've already played a Pete Dye course, I know that one for sure is, and there's probably a few others that I played and I didn't even know they were Pete Dye courses, but I might play them again, I might not, we'll see. It's up to I guess you guys, if you let me know if you want to see some of those again, or if you guys have any other ideas for series or some type of videos you'd like to see, specific courses, maybe a challenge type video, let me know. I'd appreciate hearing the support and any kind of reaction on what you guys think, your thoughts. So that's all I have today. Again, shout out to Mark. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, maybe share the video, and I'll see you guys at the next course.